Hey y'all, it's Betsy with Happily Ever After, etc. and welcome back to another tablescape video. So I just did a overview of my entire, 90% of my pink Depression glass collection. I just had a major crazy score at an estate sale where I got 90% of this. Basically this stack of plates, few of these cups, and maybe a bowl or two is all that I had before. I also didn't put any of my unique pieces, my sugar and creamer or water pitcher, salt and pepper shakers. I have a juicer. Some of those specialty pieces are still over there. This is all just like dinnerware kind of things. But I figured while I had everything out, I would go ahead and set a full place setting kind of table with all of my Depression glass. I've got a little cups, I've got sherbet dishes, I've got serving pieces, I've got dinner plates, salad plates, bread and butter plates, bowls, and I just thought it would be kind of fun. I don't have a big enough table to do 4 full place settings because there's just not enough space on the table to put even 3 or 4 cups and plates, let alone bowls. So we're going to do 2. Say we're setting a fancy table, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to play with it. So I'm going to start by just taking the excess away. And I still, like I said, just bought most of this, which means I'm going to have to find new homes for 90% of this. Maybe we'll do a video on that because I think a cabinet organizing adventure is in the works. But for now, we're going to put y'all on fast time, and I'm just going to go ahead and start separating these things out. Obviously, I ended up with more plates than you need for one table setting. So I'm going to be using mostly my America's Sweetheart pattern because that's my favorite. And then I think I have 2 royal lace dinner plates, and these are royal lace tumblers. So I think we'll use those. I have quite a few of this dogwood pattern that I also bought. They actually gave me those. 90% of this was $100 at this estate sale for everything, including the covered butter dish. So pretty good sale. I'm gonna put y'all on fast time, and I'm going to clear the table of everything we're not using carefully. I love it. Now, there are a few things that I would do differently if I was actually eating on this table, but if the goal is to make an entire tablescape using just pink Depression glass, I think we hit the nail right on the head. Oh, my poor little puppy's trying to get her water. There she goes. So we did a full stack. I used platters as chargers. Then our 10-inch dinner plate, 8-inch salad plate, 6-inch bread and butter plate, or what we would call a dessert plate in today's world. Then I placed the sherbet cup. Technically, you could put the cereal bowl on top, but the cereal bowls for this America's Sweetheart pattern are 6 inches, as are the bread and butter plates. So I think the sherbet on top works better. It's more of a scale. And then those 6-inch cereal bowls are left to go up at the top left of the pattern. Likewise, I have my water goblets, my sweet tea cups, and my juice tumblers to the top right. And that is the whole place setting. I did pick my copper flatware. I have a rose gold flatware, a silverware, and a gold flatware. I thought copper would complement this nicely. The rose gold is a little shinier. It would have been fine, but I thought this was a little more toned down. At this point, it's all very overwhelming of a tablescape, so it's kind of irrelevant. But I did grab my pink knife rest. These are antiques from Hungary. So they're not technically depression glass, but you know, they're pink glass. So I'm counting it as a win. From there, I did go a little overboard with just adding all of the pink glass that I currently own, except my salt and pepper shakers, which seem to have gone on holiday without me. I cannot find them. They're somewhere here. I'm not sure where, but maybe that is another point in the favor of doing a complete cabinet reorganization and decluttering some of the things I don't need and finding some of the things like those that I would like to have. If they were here, I would have placed them in the middle. So for a centerpiece, I've used my pink candy dish, the coveted butter plate, and this sweet little terrier candy dish, I suppose. It's not a butter mold. I have several like bunny or cow or chicken butter molds. This is just a dish. I got it because it's pink depression glass and he looks a little bit like my Biddy, who's my Yorkie. If I was setting this table to be used, to actually be sat at, I would have added a cake plate with the pieces on top, maybe only one or two of the pieces and not all three, because they kind of get lost in the sea of depression glass here. But my only pink glass cake plate that I have is rather small, and it is not depression glass, it is just pink glass. I didn't want to disrupt everything with that, especially since I could have only put one of these three things on there. I have a wooden cake stand that would have done well in the middle and all three would have fit on. I probably would use that if I was setting this for an actual table. More than likely, I would just place a serving piece in the middle and not the decorative pieces because my table is very small. If I'd had a bigger table, I could add more things. So more than likely, I would have just had a bowl or something in the middle with actual food inside. From there, I did add, like I said, as many of my serving pieces as possible. So I have this water pitcher. I use this daily, literally daily, to flip my dog's water and my water. I get water from the fridge in it because it is heavy. And why use a plastic gross water dish when I can use this one? Then I do have a sugar and creamer set, and I just put them on my little platter because I thought it would corral them nicely. It does. I added a big platter and a small serving bowl to the front with my larger 3 bowls on the side here. I do have 2 or 3 more platters that I left over on the counter because where I would have to hold them. One day I will have a nice big table and everything will be more spread out and things will be glorious when I set this much on it. But for now, I just wanted to see how much glass I had of different pieces and how it would go together, and I am obsessed. I really want to leave this up. I typically will leave my tablescapes up for a couple days and use them as I set a new tablescape, but this is a lot of glass, so I think this one might have to go away simply because I have puppies at the moment and puppies and glass don't mix. So I'm going to bring y'all in for a closer look at the actual table settings and all the other pieces. I hope you liked this video. It's not for anything. Typically I'll do, Thanksgiving or Christmas or 4th of July or just fun summer things when I have friends over. This was just for me. This was just to show off all my pink glass. If you want to see all the full names and prices of everything I got at the estate sale, link that video down below. I also did include my America's Sweetheart pattern pieces that I already owned, as well as my water goblets. I hope you liked this video. All right, we We have a few serving pieces. And then my girls have decided to revolt the actual table setting. So like I said, sherbet, bread and butter, salad, dinner, and then those platters as a charger. And all of this is America's Sweetheart, except for this dinner plate is the Royal Lace pattern. We also have the America's Sweetheart cereal bowls, the Royal Lace tumblers, y'all, these cups. These are the Tiara sweet tea glasses. And I will put the name up here. I can never remember. These are the cups I've owned the longest, but they are tall water goblets. Covered butter dish. It is so pretty. And before I forget, the knife rests. Sugar and creamer on a beautiful small platter. With my pitcher, which one day maybe I'll get a prettier pitcher. They have very, very pretty ones, but that one is gorgeous and functional. Candy dish. My tiny little bitty candy dish. And from here, the 3 pieces on the buffet, a serving bowl, the America's Sweetheart, which is my pattern serving bowl, and a console bowl, which technically could live there with a few things in it. But all in all, I am very happy with how this turned out. And if I were having a romantic dinner for 2, I may try to set it this fancy. Or maybe just for me.